Hi everyone! So for this polymer clay update, I'm going to show you some of the things that I made for tutorials, some of the things that I've made for customs, and I'm also going to let you know that the poros that you see in front of you, I actually made a separate video for it, so I will link that down below. But I made 5 king poros, 4 regular poros, and 3 gentleman poros, and these are all listed on my Etsy. If you want a custom poro, like a summoner poro, aka like Lulu, Zed, Thresh, Amumu, any of those, you can let me know and I can make those for you as a custom. And if you want like a shadow, ghoul, or an astronaut, I can also do that for you. The first piece I'm showing you is this little Rudolph charm that I made, and it's really special because I actually used Pearl-Ex for the entire face. So there are things I want to fix about it, like the prints, but other than that, I'm really excited to make more Rudolph charms, and this is what that looks like. Then I made a gigantic Alpacas pendant, and this one has a little Santa hat right there. And from this, I actually made a couple more creations. So I'm going to show you that right now. So I made some smaller alpacas. So here is an alpaca ring and then a pendant, and this is the ring base. It is adjustable between the size, a US size 4 to 7, but I am getting larger ring bases so that those of you who have bigger fingers, like I think the average size is like a 8, like a 7 or 8. Apparently, I'm not really sure, so I'm going to get some of those in. And yep, these are the yellow ones, and I really love how they turned out because they're super sparkly. There you go. And then I have some green ones. So again, they all look the same, but just different colors. I think I really like this one because it's like this beautiful emerald color. The camera isn't doing it justice, but I think it's really pretty. And again, this one's on a ring. Then I have some blue ones, and this is what the blue ones look like, and it's made out of like aqua quartz by Fimo. I'm not really sure what the name is, but so pretty. And last but not least, I have some pink ones, which are my favorite. They remind me of sakura blossoms, and I just love how they glitter. And yes, as you will notice in all the ears of the alpacas, I added in some like coloring. So I actually used Pearl-Ex coloring to kind of intensify the colors of the ears. So, sorry, I don't know how to best show you guys. But as you can see, inside of the ears are dusted. I think the pink one came out the best. And then this one is dusted with really light green, if you can see that. So I actually made these in one sitting, and I even made some extra Santa hats. So here are the little Santa hats right here. And if requested, it is free to glue the hats on top like that, so that you have like a Christmas alpacaso. So here is a Santa Baymax. Then I made an Olaf. I also made, with the Olaf gang, the Anna and Elsa Tsum Tsums. So here's what that looks like. And I really love the hair on Elsa and Anna. So this is Elsa. And then here is Anna. And it's all pearlescent, sorry, I don't know why I said pearlescent. That's what that looks like. And I remember like a year or two ago when I made my first Anna and Elsa chibis ever, which I will link the charm update down below. I got so much backlash for not putting in that one golden streak. So I made sure I put it in this Tsum Tsum. So it's kind of like a set like this. So here is one set. And then I have the Santa Baymax. And then I also have a Holiday Jack, which was, I think, like, what's that thing called? It appeared for the first time, like last month during the Halloween rush, I believe. I'm not completely sure, but I think that's what it was. And this one is pearlescent because I wanted it to kind of differ from its beard and the hat. And I love the mouth. I actually never seen this movie, so I should take the time to watch it sometime. Then, if you'll believe it or not, I actually made this entire piece with scrap clay and then dusted it with Pearl-Ex. This is an Alpaca Reindeer, and I think I'm going to add some horns to this, but that's what that looks like. Now, I also have some custom pieces I'm about to ship out, so I'm going to show them to you right now. I've actually already started packaging them, so you're going to hear me like take them out. But the customer asked me to make some football helmets. So here is the New York Giants. And this one is the Eagles. And I'm not really sure how I feel about them because I'm actually really not into football. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I hope you guys like it. The customer then asked for 2 Mabel Charms from Gravity Falls, which I made right here, and I even painted on the little shooting star on her sweater. And I like this one better than this one. I'm still experimenting with how to make it because I really wanted to make it cartoon-like, so I know it's not perfect. So I'm so sorry for any Gravity Falls fans that I've disappointed. Then the last 2 things the customer asked for is a sunflower charm, which is right here, and then a purse charm, which I made right there. And this one I really like because it's like really pearlescent, and I try to work with different variants of pink. And then yeah, so those are the customs. Here is a polymer clay Minion Clock, and I really like it. It's kind of inspired by the Minions movie because I have Bob up here, and Bob was actually not in Despicable Me or Despicable Me 2, which is really sad because I love him. And then I have a single eyeballed Minion right there, and then there is a regular Minion, so I guess this one's Kevin. I made the hearts blue because I wanted it to match their denim, and this is a working clock. I have the battery in here and everything. This is also an alarm clock, so it would when both this arm, no, I think when this arm, the smaller arm, reaches the blue line, it will start ringing. But if you didn't want that option on, then you just turn it off. It's been off the whole day for me. But yeah, that's my Minion clock, and it's inspired by the other IKEA clock that I made, which is the Tsum Tsum clock. I will leave that video down below. I also made a Mamagoma IKEA clock right here that has already sold on my Etsy. And then I also made some custom request orders like this Ariel chibi. And then I also made some little chocolate chip cookies that you're going to see in the next clip, which I added to my Chubbles. And that was part of my Milk and Chubbles series that I sold for a limited time, which I may bring back in the near future. I got requested to make a fire girl, so here it is alongside a fire boy and a water girl, and then this is just what all of them look like together. So I'm contemplating making more in the series of elemental chibis. However, it's been a little hard for me to continue making elemental chibis since it does take a lot of time and it sells a little slower than making resin creations personally for me. Here I made a Totoro ornament with some white gold glitter clay, which is beautiful. I didn't think it would come out as nicely as it did. This does look like an ornament to me, but it could also kind of be like a Chubble, I suppose. So here is a Chubble side to side. So it's a little similar, so there's that. I really like how this turned out. I made this actually just to test out the clay, and I really like it. Here is the first Yeti that I've ever made, and I really like how it turned out. So I made a tutorial for it and also 2 more. Here I have some more Yeti charms. These I made for my tutorial, so if you haven't watched that, the link will be down below. And this was inspired by the shaved cream shop in New York City called Snow Days. And I also even made little ones right here for as earrings because someone requested them to be smaller to be put on earrings. So here's what those look like. For a custom order, I was asked to make a gingerbread man, so here is my variation of a gingerbread man. I used copper clay for this, and I have like a candy cane scarf. I also made some candy canes for the customer. So here's one variation, and here is the other one. Then some more customs. Here is a Kutusita Nyanko in a stocking. I made a Rilakkuma in a stocking in the past, I think 2 Christmases ago. So I will link that charm update down below. The customer also asked for a Tigger Mamagoma, so that's what that looks like. And this is made with pearlescent-ish orange clay that I mixed together. And then last but not least, for my polymer clays, I actually remade my Boo on a Sully couch because 2 different customers asked for them, so that's what those look like. And if you want a tutorial on this, it's already on my channel, so I will link that down below.